Right, so good morning, Peter.
Morning, Andrew. Here we are. We're in High Bentham, and we're where it says CP here, the car park, Butts Lane, and we're going to go to the big stone, 4 stones. So we're going across the road, just up the road slightly, and then working our way across here, across the railway line, and picking up this track here along the road for a while, which is the road that goes over to Slaburn, and then we cut off and come up some, we're climbing here on paths, and then we're going through some woodland, and then we come out onto the open and eventually get up to the great stone of 4 stones, big rock, and we might be there about lunchtime. And then coming back, we come back a slightly different way, slightly further east, past this disused quarry, over here through some farms, down a track, through this Brandstone Beck. We could be a bit of problems with water today because we've had some heavy rain. There's a footbridge there marked, and we cross the railway again and work our way back into Bentham eventually on the path that we came out on. It claims to be 5.4 miles and 730 feet of ascent.
Good.
And the weather's going to be quite warm.
Yes, there are just 9 of us today, and it's beautiful. Absolutely glorious today. You can see cloudless. The weather forecast is for hot weather all day and no rain. There's a bit of a breeze. I can just feel a little bit on my back here. We're just at this car park. That's the main road from Ingleton towards Lancaster through Bentham, and we're going to get going soon. So we're off the main road. First style of the day, second style of the day, sorry, but this one's gated. A lot of them are around here, and this is what we're walking in today. All round here, over to the tops there, over towards the Slaburn Road, and then this is south west, I'm thinking, yeah, southwest, back towards Lancaster and the coast. This is our route today, heading over that. We're back to same as last week, not as many as last week, with a few buttercups here, and we've come over from the village there, town and village of Bentham. Over there's the church, and then we're just heading down this way, down towards the railway line. And now we're just moving off the path. We've come down the hill there, coming through the Kissing Gate here, and crossing the railway, and it's the Lancaster to Sefton line that we're going to cross. But it does occasionally get used, well, quite frequently actually, by the steam engines that come on the Settle Carlisle line. So we're moving. This is it. Nothing coming on here today at the moment. That's east towards Sefton, and that's west towards Calverth and Lancaster. So we're walking now out of Bentham, which is behind us, and this is the Bentham to Slaburn Road. We're just crossing the river down here, which will probably be the Wenning, Neil? The Wenning. And then we're going to turn right and head cross country as opposed to walking up the road all the time. So we've come above Bentham now, which is there in front of us. As you look, little caravan site down the bottom. We're just having a readjustment, I think, and a review of where we were going, and then I think we might be on the wrong track. So we're off the road, as we said. We did do a turn round, and we've come through this, which is the official footpath through a glade, I suppose, of wood. Lovely little waterfall down the bottom there. Plenty of fallen debris for you to fall on and watch your feet on. But I think the alternative was the road, and that wasn't a choice that was taken up. Just got to be careful around here because it is wet a bit underfoot and slippy slidey. And up we go. Another beautiful field. Oh, full of buttercups. And yet the next one hasn't got any on it. And it's just going round to that place that we always see when we come up here. That big flat top Table Mountain. There it is. And then that'll be Whernside over there. So just a little bit higher, we've come up through the field here. You can see, well, Whernside's behind the tree. Ingleborough's there. And then I think Pennygant's got to be behind those trees in the centre. Just over the back there. The three peaks of the North Yorkshire Moors, Dales. Well, we'll start off with Ingleborough then, shall we? There it is, through the trees. But the rest, when you get round here now, it's a bit bleak. Just come over a double style actually, like a show jumping course. And we're heading up now, that's over towards the road across the Trough of Bowland. And down the valley, I would think, down the Loom Valley. Sorry, I'm probably not that far out to the Trough. And then we're going beyond those, the main set of trees there, to the standing stones. And that will probably see us to lunch, I would think. Now this is quite a rare sight that we've got here. Just see there in the cloud, just mixing on the horizon, that's Pennygant. And then you come round to the left here, and there's Ingleborough. And then above the chimneys there is Whernside. So that's all three of the famous three peaks in one shot. And it's very unusual to see that. Well, there's the advance party heading towards the standing stones. As I say, it is bleak round here. Typical North Yorkshire moorland. And the Dales. Pennygant again. Ingleborough now. Then Whernside. And then Leckfell. And then you're getting over towards Barbendale and that way towards Kirby, I think, that way. So here we are at the standing stones, and Eddie, on his birthday, oh nearly, is there. Eddie, the champion of the world, quickly followed by Derek, second champion of the world. Nobody else is going up there. So this is the road from Bentham, that way over to Sladeburn, that way, going past Stocks Reservoir eventually, and then dropping down into Sladeburn. This is the, well, we've just had lunch, and it's the Great Stone of Four Stones, it's called. We couldn't find the other four stones. Somebody said that three might have been pinched. There's a farm over there, and that has four stones outside it, but it just seemed very convenient that they were big enough to be moved by a tractor. But this one, this Great Stone, is obviously glacial. Lovely day, still nice, warm breeze now, bit of cloud come over, but it's a lovely walk, and like I say, very, very rare picture. Pennygant, Ingleborough, and then Whernside. Here's the after lunch challenge. We've just come from where the Land Rover is, down the steps, across the bridge and up the steps. A few bit of breathing going on now. So walking along the moorland, and although it's been very dry recently, there's a lot of surface water on this. We're just trying to work out whether we're walking on peat or what we're walking on, but you can probably hear some of the splish splashes from the underfoot as we walk along. It is very, very damp, and it's not soaked in, so we would have thought that with the dry weather we've had that it would have sucked all this in and put it away easily, but it's not done. Lazy man's mower. Let's see if we can just get it a little bit further down. There we go. Here it comes. Look at this. Cuts your grass and mulches for you.
The Bloku mix looks like a Husqvarna. Yeah. They're cool, isn't it? The Bloku mix women like that.
Well, there's a good chance that Bernard's overtrials will be coming out down here because we're in Nettle Alley. What we've done to deserve this, why we've been greeted with this, I don't know. There's nettles and brambles and everything here. We're going through it. There we go. It's dodgy underfoot. There's rivers and streams and stuff in your eyes, everything. But we're still heading back towards Bentham now, and we're on the footpath. It really is quite pleasant. It's what you'd call a typical English woodland walk now. And so I've just got to brave this holly, of course, which is all part of the fun. Watch your eyes, Brian. Yeah. So, yeah, lovely little walk. No cars. It's the sound of footsteps, running water, and the occasional Boyd. So we emerge from the woodland into a meadow, and there is Bentham. Hi Bentham. And we're back across to the right, across to the east, I'm guessing now. Yeah. Let's just get by this gate. And there's Whernside again, and Ingleborough. And like I said, Pennygent's gone now. Lost it over the back of there. Not many places where you see all three together. And we're off again into woodland glade walking. A few more nettles, a little bit wider path, thank goodness. Following the beck. Some lovely flowers coming here on the left. I don't know what they are, but these are ready to bloom. Still going through the woods. Look, it's beautiful. I know it's Brian coming across the bridge, but even without Brian, it's beautiful. With Brian, it's gorgeous. But lovely. Look at this, what we're walking through. So we've come through all our little bits of woodland, and now we're onto a bit of grazing for the milk herds, and we're coming up to the railway line. We are east of where we crossed this morning, and we're about to cross again. We've just missed, well, one of the trains has just gone through from Sefton towards Lancaster, and we're going to cross the river on the railway track very shortly. And now we're back with the River Wenning flowing, getting rid of some of yesterday's rain and getting ready for tonight's thunderstorms. Lovely little river, that. There's a bit of peak coming down in it though, isn't there? Well, we're nearly back. We've just come through the farm there and over a couple of challenging stiles. The railway's down the bottom there. Beautiful day now, very hot, humid. There is a breeze which is making it pleasant. And then we're heading back up this hill around the side of the house there, and then we should be getting back towards High Bentham. So I missed 11s this morning. I think I missed 11s anyhow. This is Tuesdays. Just having a quick break. We're only about half a mile away from Bentham and the cars. But the caller's come forward for help, want something to drink. So we've stopped. So over there we've got the back of the houses. High Bentham. We're following the path down. Now drop down to the bottom here, climb up the other side, and then we'll be virtually back where we started from and back at the cars. So a few Hereford cows at Bentham, High Bentham. We're heading to a gate in front of us there with a little gate at the side. That'll take us onto the track and onto the main road and back to the cars on another week's walk. Very warm now, sticky, humid, bit of a breeze, but it's helping a little, but it's hot. It's been a good day, sunshine, good walk, great company. We'll see you next week when we are going to where? Oh, somewhere. We're going somewhere anyway. Just join us when you can.